All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. As you see, we have a new location.
Hey.
Getting more money.
Hey.
Yeah, he got Balenci's on.
Hey.
I don't.
Really Bella Cananas.
Balenci's.
Balenci's. I like that. That's fire.
That was kind of fire. You might need to trademark that. I might steal that
I
shit.
got that baby coming like that.
Not Balenci's. Ask about me.
But yeah, we back. We took, what, 2 weeks off?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Had a 2 week
Well,
break.
technically 1 week.
Had a birthday party.
Had a birthday
Oh, yeah,
party.
happy
That's why we
belated.
took off that Saturday. My birthday, y'all.
My man 40 years
Big 40.
old.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Big 40 years
Still
old.
look like he in his 20s.
You know what I mean? I think until I
Still
took my hat
acting
off.
in his 20s.
Yeah.
I'm not a white.
Look like.
You said till you take your hat off.
Until I
went
take
bald
my hat
at
off. This is
25.
baldy.
I went bald at 25.
I come my head bald at 25.
So, I mean, you can be bald in your 20s.
He a KYN. Kinda young.
Kinda young. But we're back. This is episode, what's 45?
45, yes sir.
45. Jeff will be back with us next week.
Shout out, Jeff.
Yeah, yes sir.
Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to
Oh
Jeff.
yeah, also Jeff has an event coming up April 19th at Stem and Vine.
That's the place I'm gonna shoot there.
I forget the hours,
place
but
is a
nonetheless, I did tell Jeff. Y'all know Jeff, everybody out there. He has an event coming up April 19th at Stem and Vine. I will follow up with the exact time frame, but y'all definitely check.
What are you talking about on this one?
This is, still
financial stuff.
still financial things. I guess expounding on that.
Okay.
I have reposted it on my page or whatever, but I'm not that popular, so people probably did.
I mean, we got 300 followers.
You know what I'm saying? Doing something.
Unlike this one here.
We
She got 3K.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
That is a lot.
It is in my life.
When your numbers turn into letters, it's a lot.
Yeah.
You're
important. You're important.
It's a lot, okay? It's more than everybody here.
Yeah.
But we gonna come back, do our mental health check-in, and give us 2 seconds. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we back. As usual, we're gonna do our.
keep leaving sad.
Not that perfect. Good.
We're gonna get into our mental health check-in. As always, we like to start with our guests. Aja, thank you for joining us. So normally, what we do is we just ask people how their weekly is. You don't have to get in the details. Yeah, don't tell us like you about to do some crazy shit.
Okay.
We've had it happen, but
Unfortunately.
Hey, you get into the details as you want. Okay, what them niggas talking about?
we're not therapists. I'm just letting you know.
I can't help
We
it.
will make fun of you.
I will
No,
laugh.
that's true.
Look, and I will
That part is
laugh.
very true.
Thank God it's nothing crazy. So this week, mental health wise, great. I started back working from home this week. So
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
I can sleep in a lot.
Yeah. Shout out for sleeping in.
And I started a
Good job.
new gym challenge this week.
Okay.
Going 60 days straight. I just finished a 75 hour like 3 weeks ago.
I had a client that did that. He lost hella weight, but he got through that journey. His goal was to lose weight though. But
Yeah. So I'm doing 60 days soft, so I can still drink. So yeah.
So what's the difference between if I remember correct, that 75-hour challenge is difficult. But what's the difference between the two? Is like you could just still do certain things you can't do.
So
with
the 75 hard is really disciplined. Like you can't drink. You have to work out twice a day.
Twice a day.
Read a book. Read 10 pages of a book. Make your bed every day. Take vitamins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it's just a more in-depth
yeah.
challenge, I guess you would say.
Mm-hmm.
Our new commentator, Reese on the commentating today.
Hey, what's up, people from behind the scenes? My week was great, bro. I woke up every day happy and healthy. I got through chapter 2 of my book. I started writing the children's book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you. I finished the first 2 chapters, and I'm getting great feedback on that. I actually got children reading it while I'm writing it, and I'm getting
I ain't read nothing.
because you're not a kid, nigga.
Child of God. Right?
Nah, I'll send it to you though, real life.
Yeah.
It's good though, like, when you send it to a kid, they honest. Like, they're brutally honest.
Yeah, it's
So,
bad and good at the same
I
time.
love it because, like, my daughter, number one, she's reading a novel in school and she's reading mine. So she's like, well, yeah, daddy, over here they did blah, 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 blah. So you might want to look at it like this. And I get this. So she's 12. My target audience is 7 to 10.
Okay.
So she's like, this is funny to me, but would that be funny to them? And I'm like, I got to think about
She
that.
12, but she 30.
Yeah, no, Chloe is definitely
This is
27.
an adult, an adult 12-year-old.
27 years old.
Let's go to Bree. Bree, our camerawoman, you know, keeping our time, making sure we look good. How was your week?
This week kicked my ass.
Damn.
Yeah. You look good, though. You came through looking good, Bree.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm trying to be nice over here.
Mentally, it was challenging. I had a very challenging mental week, but it's the end of the week. Here with my people, I'm good. T gave me the best hug. I wait for hugs on Saturday.
Them hugs like church hugs.
Yo, she just
Your
get
auntie
high
that
this
you need.
morning.
Yo, I was geeking out the fact. I'm sorry to
I
put
wouldn't
you on the
know.
spot, Jeff, but the young lady he brought
Jeff?
through. Yeah, because you know he watched, so
Oh.
yeah, he gonna see this part. What's the young lady name that he brought to the crib?
I would lie to you, but
What's
I
her
don't
name?
know.
Kyra.
There you go. Shout
So-
out to T.
You know,
Thank you, T.
T gave Kyra a hug, and she was like, "What she say?" She said,
Crack it back.
"I don't like people, but for some reason I like you."
Yeah.
T is like one of them people though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
If you dislike her, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, something
It's
wrong
you.
with you. It's you.
It's
Yeah.
you. It's not
Yeah,
her.
when Tony told me like, yeah, we filming, I said,
T is like one of the people. I be telling T my
And then he
business.
was like, yeah,
T
she might
didn't
not
ask me
be
a goddamn thing. She didn't even ask me. I call her like,
Hey.
listen to me. She listening and don't judge and shit like that.
Like, she probably
got
judged.
friends like
She
that.
probably judged.
they'll judge me on the side like, I don't know, bitch.
She might when she get on the phone, but I ain't hear it, so I'm good.
That's all that
You know what I
matters.
mean?
How about you, Key?
I like y'all.
They go down.
It's been a week, bro. Like, you know, I celebrated my birthday last week,
Happy
so that was
birthday.
fire.
Happy
Thank y'all.
birthday,
Had an amazing
y'all.
party.
Hey.
Everybody that was there, y'all know
Hey.
that. But it's been a trying week. But you know, I don't let much get me down.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Negative
Right.
things, like, because I could be a lot worse. So that's how I look at things a lot of
You
times.
can't get no shorter.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Whatever. A lot of times it can be a lot worse, bro. So like, I mean, work-wise, everything was smooth, but I'm making a transition right now. Not still a man, but yeah, I gotta be clear. You know what I mean? But
Transitions. It's a lot of different
you
transitions.
know what I mean?
you
But
make, so.
I'm trying new things, and it's a little spooky because it's uncharted territory. But other than that, bro, like, I'm good. You know me.
Yeah, you
like,
stepping out your comfort zone. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Just to be clear, we accept you. If
Yeah, any
No, I
transitions you
don't.
make.
No, I identify as Keon.
I mean,
still.
he might not have a job, but we'll still be friends.
Shit.
That part. That part. How about you, Tony?
My week was interesting. A lot of cases, a lot of murders.
Damn. Something was getting hot outside.
Yeah, I was actually
It's
in a
not
lot
even
of.
hot
It's not yet.
Getting. I said getting.
He
When?
I
did.
mean, I opened
Didn't
it.
I finish my statement?
Oh, sorry. My fault.
I was actually in a lot of assault cases this week.
Oh, wow.
But it seemed like every time I got my son, I get off late.
You said this
You
before.
said this before, yeah.
And then,
Nah, you
like,
said-
And now
it
it's a
happens
thing.
every. Yes, it's like watch.
They
Monday,
know
I'm
where
gonna
you,
get off on
they know
time.
where you got your son.
They probably do. They
They
probably in the
probably
back
do.
like conspiring
Yeah,
and shit.
let's
Like.
go kill some shit.
Yeah. Keep this nigga at work.
Yeah.
But other than that, my week was pretty cool. It was, I worked earlier. Nothing crazy, so it was cool.
That's what's
That's
up.
what it is.
So,
Happy to see everybody.
yeah. 'Cause
Yeah, I
last
do too,
week
like,
I
yeah.
was mad as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you was, and you probably wanted to punch me, but you was gonna go to jail and be inconvenienced. You didn't need it.
I wasn't got out immediately, nigga.
I was gonna inconvenience him for a little bit though.
He got out immediately, nigga. You did locked up by his peers.
No, shit, that was my fault last week. That wasn't Tony. That was
It's
me.
okay, we
I was
allowed.
uneasy
Everybody
about
got
some
through.
situations, personal things. So I was like, I needed to be in good spirits to.
Yeah, I said I would
Do my
rather have
job.
canceled than you come in and just be
And
like,
all fucked
we-
up.
we all in here just quiet and
Yeah.
looking at the time and shit. And then you go back like, girl.
Niggas made me drive all the way. Yeah.
They had me pull up to some bullshit.
Right.
She still might say that, but it won't be because of
When
that.
she pulled up like, damn, this shit looks sketchy as a motherfucker.
I'm not gonna
That's why,
lie.
I ain't gonna hold you. I said outside, this is not our normal location. Okay?
Yeah, listen, I pulled up. I was like,
I feel safe, y'all safe. That's all
Yo,
I'm saying.
I feel like-
I mean,
look walking around. I said, shit, I ain't never been down this block.
Actually, there's a lot of older people that live around
It
here.
is. A lot of people.
I love old people.
Yeah,
They
so-
nosy as fuck, but they keep the neighborhood safe.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm about to say they ain't on no boy.
It was because of
despite how
the
it
dim
looks,
lit.
it's very quiet around here.
It was the dim lighting for me. I was like, ah.
Right.
That's what's up.
But anyway, moving on. We used to have topics, but we started freestyling because we felt like it was a better.
It's flow.
It flows better.
flow
It flows better. So I guess how I'm gonna start the shit off is just like, what was the game I introduced?
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
We're gonna go around the room, right? And we're gonna start with you because you're the guest. Whatever you think should be heard.
Man, your hair is popping right now. Just FYI. She did what I said. That shit
That's part of the
bouncing.
transition you going through.
Yeah.
All right.
He might call you for some tips.
This part of the transition.
That shit ain't coming back. This is it. I got this luxury beard that I got going on there, and that's about it.
But with you being the guest, speak your truth, let's be honest. What's something you just feel like the world should like all right, let's be honest. Go ahead, whatever you
I
gotta
need
say.
like a template. So
Like for me,
Yes.
let's be honest. Most people want to be entrepreneurs, but they don't want to do the work. They're not trying to really grind. They just want to put this shit in their bio to probably get a few follows. But when it comes to really doing some shit, they're not going to do nothing about it.
Okay.
So that's pretty much. But mine's actually going to be a little more raunchy than that. So,
Okay.
but
Well, mine is not that raunchy. So
That's it.
let's be honest. Men want a baddie, but they're too insecure to have them.
that's true.
Ooh.
My God.
Jesus.
What they do? Clock it.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, clock
Whatever
it
that
in.
is, it called for that.
Yeah, clock
Okay.
it in. You know what they do?
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I
no,
completely
you are
agree.
absolutely right.
Because I've seen a lot of, like, I ain't gonna hold you, like, I've seen a lot of people who get they baddie, and then it's like they just press. They want to know everything she doing, where she at, who she with, what time she go to sleep,
And that's weird
what time
behaviors.
she breathe, how much air she breathed today, like.
Well, a part of that is the niggas not being honest. They not baddie qualified.
What does baddie qualify?
For a nigga, what nigga know when he a solid 6? All right.
That
Nigga know when he a solid
They
6.
be doing. They
and
be
they want to go
No,
out
it's a confident
and
6.
that's no. I
Solid
mean,
6, you might feel a little iffy. A solid 6, like, yeah, I'm still doing it.
right, but a solid 6 know that he don't qualify for a 10.
But I'm saying, all right, so let me ask you.
Now that don't mean you can't shoot for the 10.
Right,
Okay.
right.
But
But like,
land on the moon, nigga.
I don't like. I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't even
So-
like. I
so-
don't like rejection. So I just be like, yeah. No.
so I have asked, and I find this to be like the thing that most attractive women say. When a man assumes that a beautiful woman has a bunch of niggas in her DMs or whatever the case
I
may
posted
be,
that today.
It don't even
and,
be true.
and you be like, yo, I'm
Because niggas
surprised
be
you
scared to talk to
single.
you.
I posted.
And I was like, niggas are scared to talk. Why is niggas scared to talk? Like, just talk. Like,
Because of what he just said, they scared of
Yeah,
rejection.
they like I so.
Certainly,
Yeah, like for me, like
rejection,
I don't like I tell people, I tell this to people all the time. I'm like, bro, I have zero game. My personality gets me far.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
how did you? I'm like, bro, I just cracked a joke and we started laughing, bought a drink, because niggas don't believe in doing that shit either. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, we be on there. I bought her a drink, we was rapping, and then we here.
Do you think some men, when they look at a beautiful woman, do you think they like price her?
Yes.
Oh, that's tough. I mean, I've never done that.
Shit, I don't. I ain't gonna.
I
Price them like in the sense of
Like in the sense-
she's out of my league, or like she's high maintenance.
High maintenance.
Nah, because just like men, women be out here perpetrating too. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Temu outfits and shit like that. They can put a Temu outfit on and look good, and it costs $0.
That's
so
true.
I'm not judging you because you got on a Louis bag with the Louis sandals. They might not even be real. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't judge it off of that. Like I'm not pricing it like damn. Nah, because at the end of the day, like it's gonna be clear. Like you've been getting that shit. Don't expect me to do. That's your bill that you choose to have. I will help you with some shit, but I'm not gonna step out. I'm not gonna break my budget to appease you. If you like me, you like me. I
Right.
shouldn't have to buy you a
But
Louis bag for you to like me.
do you think though, at the same time though, I think like, I get what you're saying, but I do think when two people come together as a unit, they should be bringing something to the table.
Yeah, 100%.
Not saying-
That's an entirely different point.
That's-
No, I know, but I'm
we
not.
just
But
talking about the initial meeting.
No, I get that. But my point is, I think that's the perspective of most people. Like, okay, you got the BMW, you wearing the Chanel, you got the Baccarat on. You get what I'm saying? You got all this.
Her
on.
check engine light might be on too.
You absolutely not. It's crazy having a brand new Benz with a check engine light on.
That's
But-
insane.
If it's a
but it-
woman,
Her
you
tire
kind of
pressure might be
slut.
low.
Yeah, but it be like that. Like a lot. I would in my history of dating, right? The woman, not all, and this doesn't apply to all. So don't nobody smoke me and all
Smoke
that.
them in the comments.
Yeah,
Please, smoke
but
his
it's like
boots.
I've seen that some women that have all of these, shiny things, they life not really together for real. You know what I mean? Like you got the Benz with the Baccarat and the Chanel and blah blah, but your rent is late.
So
Or you live in an apartment. You know what I mean? Like, not saying there's anything wrong with an apartment, but you put this car and these designers before your priorities. So,
I hear you, right? But so here's my pushback with all of that, because everything y'all keep talking about is about the woman, right? So my thing is this: as the man, don't come to this acting as if you can keep up a certain type of lifestyle that you can't afford. I'm not taking you to Ruth's Chris on our first date if I can't take you to Ruth's Chris on our third date. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
If I'm an Applebee's
You gotta keep it a
nigga,
bean.
I'm gonna be an Applebee's nigga from the door.
yeah, you gotta keep it a bean. Like, yo, I had a chick, and this was a while ago. Shorty was like, we introduced, and I told her, I said, I met her, got her number, I called her.
I'm
like,
not
yo,
an Applebee's nigga.
yeah, I'm not. I
I
got a
don't
lot of
even
money
like
in
this
that. But
20 shit.
nonetheless, I meet the chick, and like she was pretty. So I'm like, listen, I would like to take you out on a date. I don't want to come to your house. I don't want you to come to my house. Blah blah, so on and so forth. I'm like, let's go get something. Let's go get some lunch, get something to eat, or whatever the case may be. It's like a Tuesday. I'm like, I call her. I'm like, yo, so you want to go grab something to eat? She like, yeah. I'm like, all right, where you want to go? I'm just picking her brain now. Sis holler, yeah, let's go to Rue Chris.
Well, why you asking?
I just wanted to see where I was trying to gauge where she was at. And you not even and I'm not being petty, but you're not even a Ruth Chris type of chick. You don't got Ruth Chris money on your own. You trying to finesse. And
But you don't know that though. You assuming.
No. And the only reason I know is because I know this individual, but I just never
okay,
talked to her
okay. I didn't-
in that
I didn't
capacity.
have that layer.
So I already know who you are.
So what I'm hearing is,
You trying to finesse.
what I'm hearing is, she can't want to upgrade.
I'm not saying that, but don't try to do too much the first go round. Like, what are you doing?
Okay,
That's I get your point. Again, I'm call me devil's advocate. yo.
Can I afford it? 100%.
It's not even about that. But if you don't, if you asking, don't ask. Like that's like loading up. You understand what I'm saying? Like you asking, looking for her to say the wrong shit.
And no, it was loaded, but I just want, because I know this individual, so I just want to see where you at. Like, are you genuine in what you initially said, and then you double back and you say this wild shit. Now I'm like,
So listen,
alright.
we have women in the room, right? And I'm pretty sure of y'all had experiences, except for one. She's married.
To me,
Right, to the commentator. So, in y'all experience,
Mrs. Reese.
and I'm really directing this question to you.
She better not.
Have you experienced men who, because of the way you look, try to entertain you with their money, and or men who act like they have money and then are embarrassed by, like, are there certain things you do to know who has money and who doesn't? Or like, is that even like a thing for you? Or
I don't think I try to test it, but I do figure it out eventually.
in what ways do you figure it out?
So I was just telling somebody earlier, because somebody was like, why are you not in a relationship, blah, 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 whatever. And I was saying how when I'm with somebody, I am a trick, air quote. So if I'm
You said a
doing,
trick?
yeah.
Like
don't whisper.
I seen my drink. I was like, what?
Tony almost finished shit out of his gut.
So if I'm doing all of this and it's not being reciprocated, I just feel like it's just you're lacking in that department.
Oh, you mean?
Oh, you said like you be spending on the dude.
Yeah.
But that's what you meant by saying you trick. I feel you.
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. I thought you were saying. Yeah, I thought you said niggas were tricking
No,
on you.
that's the John. All right, the trick is the one getting spent on.
Tricking.
You'll be tricking. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. I feel
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got. I think like even with that statement, I think everybody does for those that they want to do for. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
you only gonna do something for a man that you are really truly interested in, and vice versa for a man. I'm only gonna spend money or time or energy on somebody that I'm actually interested in. Like
It's crazy because I was saying that to T earlier. Remember I said earlier, I said when certain women, all right, I think some people, we talked about this before, the like thing, right?
Uh-huh.
There's a difference between loving
Like,
your partner.
right.
Yeah, right. You still gotta like your partner.
right.
Because we said love feels more obligated. I'm doing this because I love you, but I really don't want to do this.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But
I specifically said love make you go home, like make you enjoy being there.
exactly. So
exact words. Yes.
Okay.
what did I say earlier to you? I said, women will do things for men they really like. So it's like some women, yes, they have an expectation of a man, but if they really fuck with you, they don't mind, taking on
Doing
certain,
whatever.
whatever needs to be done to, make the household move forward. And when women don't really fuck with you like that, then that's when you start getting the complaining, you get what I'm saying, the back and forth, not standing on business.
Well, I don't even think it's them not fucking with you. It's when
You may just be really fucking up.
it's that, or they can just be. So that kind of leads into my let's be honest for real. But people look for reciprocation. All right, people look for appreciation, and they look to feel like what they're doing not only matters, but they matter enough for you to want to do at least something similar. It ain't got to be buying the same thing or spending the same amount of money, but whatever your level of appreciation you can show, you go to the lengths of doing that for them because it matters to you.
Right.
Not because they want you to do it, but because you care enough about them to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it's almost like that kind of, I just seen something with Just Hilarious when she was saying, this nigga a therapist for real.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. I fuck with your perspective.
It's bag.
I saw Just Hilarious talk about how, like, she will go, the distance with someone, and then they'll do something minimal, but then when the situation gets heated, they want to throw that minimal, and it's like, I never asked you to do that. You were supposed to do that out the genuineness of your heart.
That part.
Yeah, when you throw it back in somebody's face, that makes it crazy. I don't give a damn what you did. If you did it out of love, you don't bring that up. You just it got done. It's done. It did, and that's that. When you bring it back up, it's like, well, motherfucker, I don't want you to do shit else, and this is what I got to go through every time you get mad. You know what I mean? But yeah.
But it is interesting, like, to get back to your point of how niggas will get the girl that they want, and then it's just they either become heavily insecure, or it's mostly that's what it is. It's probably 90% of that.
Yeah, 90% is insecurities.
Yeah,
I think.
no, absolutely,
Because
all right. So the thing is, like, me, I'm the type of guy that, like, if I was in public, and I don't know if you've ever experienced this, you ever catch a guy looking at your wife.
Oh yeah,
and it's
not beautiful.
Right, it's not like you about
I don't get mad at it.
Me either. I was never the type to get mad. It was always like, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm liable to look at you and be like,
Can I tell a quick little funny story about that?
I did that.
Can I tell a quick little funny story about that? So we was about to go on vacation somewhere, and we in the mall shopping. She go in one store, I'm in somewhere else, and I'm finished, but she's still doing her. So I walk in the store that she's in shopping. There's 3 niggas, and they like, yeah, nigga, look at blah, 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 blah. And I hear them, so I let them go. I walked up to them, I was like, yo, yeah, she bad as shit, ain't she? And they was like, nigga, I was like, yo, watch this. I walked up and smacked the ass, like, boom. It's like, oh, shit, no, nigga.
whole time she mine.
Yeah, the whole time this is my girl. You know what I'm saying?
She mine.
Like, nah, that shit, like, nigga, I want you to want my car, nigga. I drive a Ferrari. I want you to want my car.
Not to say, like,
100%.
your girl should be a trophy or nothing, but it's like, yeah, I take pride. Like, if that's me, that's me. I'm not about to be like, Yo, my best friend experienced that. Shout out to D. She was dating a guy years ago, and like, yo would really get mad when other men would look at her.
Nigga.
And I'm like, what's she supposed to do? Like,
Yeah, bro, I don't want nobody that nobody else is paying attention to.
exactly. Like,
It looks like I feel like a dumbass nigga now.
that's crazy.
I got a homeboy that really would get mad when women would look at and compliment his woman.
That's crazy to me.
You talking about insecure?
Bro,
Like,
if I'm
come
with
on.
somebody that nobody finds attractive, I probably fucked up.
Yeah, I want to go
Well,
to
she
the
really,
cookout.
really nice.
I want to go to the cookout. My uncle pulled me to the side. Hey, boy,
Hey,
I see what you did.
hey, boy, look at nephew.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
like, you know what I'm saying? I don't
Absolutely.
want nothing that look busted. Like, nah,
Yeah.
hell no.
Like I got
Absolutely.
beer goggles on and I'm shallow how shit. Like
Right.
only I see the beauty of her.
And nothing is crazier than bringing like, like if she not that attractive and your cousins all got attractive women and y'all all hanging out and it's just like an awkward situation.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
now you're
yeah.
thinking like, damn, his girl fire, she fire. And then you look at yours, and you're like,
Fuck. and then my family petty. Like my
Mine is too.
They will
That
tell you.
part.
They
niggas will
like,
jump in the group
yo,
chat quick as shit.
My family is petty as shit. But not only are they petty to my face. If that was the case.
Oh, yeah.
Like
My
I,
mama text me like, I gotta talk to you when you leave.
yeah, they like yo. They pick up on everything. They will assess from head to toe and be like, yeah, we don't like her. I'm like, Ma, she's nice.
You know what my pet
We
peeve
don't.
is? Just a sidebar. Ugly feet.
Yeah, I'm not a
I
feet
hate-
person. I don't like. I will rub your feet. I gotta love you to rub your feet. Number one, I don't like feet, but since you gotta have these motherfuckers, they better be nice.
Oh my god.
As nice as possible.
Yeah, as nice as possible. Like,
know, it's not your
yeah,
fault
like
if your
I'm
toes
not
grow
a
in
feet
different
person.
directions.
Like just meeting you, Tazon Bay, I had a hard day. Rub my feet. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yo, I
gotta like you for me to
I
allow you
ain't
to
gonna
sit on the
hold you.
couch
I might be
and plot
putting-
your feet on me. No, we not doing
This
it.
might be TMI, but like for real, like if I see a pretty young, a pretty girl, and I zoom right in, like, all right, let me, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? On the Instagram, I'll zoom. Okay, she's solid.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Matter, bro.
You don't see most people's feet when you meet them. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean, yeah, we being honest.
You know where I learned that from,
Take
though?
your sock off.
You know where I learned that from? Interesting. I got that from Boomerang.
The boomerang? Hell yeah.
That's where I got that
Hell
from.
yeah.
Yeah,
Boomerang.
I like for they, like I said, I like for their feet to be nice. I'm not interested in really touching them, but I prefer for them
Or
to
like,
be nice.
like my stepmother used to tell me, check the back
Respectfully.
check the toilet, like the back of the toilet.
Oh,
When
word.
you go to a woman's house,
Oh,
check
that's
the back.
insane.
Yeah.
That's
so she's
insane.
like, that'll tell you everything you need to know.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I've never heard that one, but
Yo.
it makes all of the sense.
I went to this girl house. I probably was like 20. Went to this girl house real quick. I go in her bathroom to go pee. This broad had the stiffest washcloth hanging on the towel frame. I said, let me get the. I'm talking about that bitch was like on the rack, but it wasn't like folded
Folded,
down.
yeah, I know
so
what
it was
you mean.
it was stiff like this.
you picked it up
I said,
and stayed in that shape. Yeah.
I was like, I picked it up. I was like, this bitch is.
Why you pick it up?
All right, y'all. We be right back. We gonna continue what we doing. Give us about a quick second. All right, y'all. We back. We gonna continue this conversation. Let's be honest. Who wants to go next? Go ahead, Reese. I want to hear yours.
Okay. I had nerds in my mouth.
Whoa.
So, pause. Super pause.
Are you good at math?
E equals MC squared.
We gotta grow up at some point in time in our life.
No, it's a scam. Kids don't do it.
That part. That part. Okay. So I had two, let's be honest, and I'm not making my decision on which one I'm
You
saying.
can say
right
both.
now.
Fuck it. Let's get
Okay,
into it.
so let's get into both of them. Then the first one, I'm just piggybacking off of what we were talking about earlier. Let's be honest. Most people don't know where they are in life. Okay?
Talk on it.
Most people don't know that they solid sixes. Most people don't know that they broke and they trying to live above their means. Most people don't know that they are the female in the relationship.
Cause niggas be females.
Because niggas be females too.
Niggas be bitches.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. Jesus Christ, they do.
I've dealt with, and you know me, I'm transparent as fuck. I've dealt with insecurities. I've had to reason with myself. All right, my wife is super successful, highest of highs, professionally, personally. She all right. I've had to, you know, I've had to stop and say, okay, nigga, you hating on her right now. Chill the fuck out.
That's a real thing.
All right, no, real shit. And
that's
I've
real.
almost lost her not being able to say that. You understand what I'm saying? So like, it mattering to me enough to stop and say, all right, yo, check your shit. Or you about to lose some great shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not just saying this because she said it right here. I'm saying this because y'all know I would say this regardless. You know this. But yeah, most people aren't real about where they at in life, yo. And if they were real, they would be a lot further. All right, they would have the resources and tools to be a lot further.
Yeah,
that's all this shit is.
Knowledge is key.
Is equipping your tool.
Yeah,
that's all this shit is.
How you feel about that? What he said.
Oh, choke her up a little bit.
Shed the tape.
Yeah, that part. So like, damn, this nigga shed the thug tear.
That's real. I feel like I've dealt with something like that before, where somebody that I was dating was not too hot about my occupation, and my occupation at the time was modeling, and they just were kind of like hating, like they didn't have nothing else they were doing, so they was kind of being haters and not really being supportive of that lifestyle at the time. So,
Of modeling?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you met me this way, then I feel as though you should have been comfortable with.
That's really a thing though. Like, I feel like sometimes some people get in the habit of the very thing that they fell in love with you for or liked you for, they end up hating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, but like, yo, like Reese was saying, like some dudes be women in their relationships. You know what I mean? Like,
I think ultimately what the problem was is like behind the scenes I was doing.
You cut him off. I like that. Go
Ultimately what I was doing was like he was seeing the pictures of the magazines and stuff like that. He wasn't seeing the behind the scenes where I was like maybe getting dressed in front of lots of people,
right.
And that turned into a whole like I didn't know this was happening type of thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, that comes with the profession. I mean, anybody that knows, I mean, like, I'm not about to get in nobody's way. That's how I look at it. So it's like, again, if something about what you did I was attracted to, what am I to say to be like, oh yeah, you can't do this now?
Especially if I'm reaping any type of benefit.
yeah, and then on top of that, in the same breath, while they're shunning you or upset about it, they bragging to their homeboy like, yeah, my girl a motherfucking model. But to you, it's like, I want you to quit this. But nigga, pick one.
Pick one.
Mm-hmm.
Can't have it both ways.
You can't have it both ways.
You can't have it both ways. Like, pick one.
I think a lot of people get stuck in that space too, of like feeling like, all right, I want you to do this, and then when you do that, then it's like this other thing becomes a problem. Then it's like, I want you to do no, I want you to do that no more. I want you to do this, and then it's like no, I want you to go back to doing that, and it's like, yo, pick a side and stand on business with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's no reason why anybody, if like you said, you met me in this light, you get what I'm saying? The reasons you liked me was because of who I was.
Yeah, and I don't want you to stop doing something that make you happy, then you resent me later on in life, and then I could have been Tyra Banks or some shit like that, and then now you hate me. No, fucking do that shit if that's what you like, and I'll figure my shit out along the way, or I'll step off.
You know what's a good movie, the example of that in the movie? What's the one with Denzel and Shorty that played on How to Get Away with Murder? Fences. Remember that scene where she was like, you know,
with 2 counts?
when she
talking about Viola Davis.
Yeah, Viola Davis. When he was like, you know, I could have been a ball player, I could have been this, and then I got you pregnant, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't, no.
Yeah, that's not her fault, nigga. You should have kept up with your dream, and she should have been able to realize that was your dream, and you follow suit.
Nigga.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, they say men are supposed to lead. You know what I mean? They say we supposed to lead.
That was the 40s. I don't think did they have condoms in the 40s?
I'm pretty sure they had some form of birth control in the 40s.
Birth control, possibly. Condoms, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody went to Google. Let's get it.
Did they have condoms in the 1940s?
That's a great question.
That shit was probably sheepskin.
That part.
And them shits are ass.
Never tried that.
Condoms were invented in 1844.
Damn, they been around that long since slavery?
The niggas wearing cotton.
God damn. Cotton condom?
Cotton gone.
That is crazy.
Sewing a condom together, let me give me some. Sew this condom together real
I bet
fast.
you it was a black man that invented them.
I'm pretty sure. We damn near been in everything in this motherfucking country.
These goddamn kids.
That's my point. These ain't gonna keep taking my babies in there.
Yes, ancient Egypt. They were made from animal intestines or liver.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He told me too much.
Fucking
You know what
tiger.
type of motherfucking you had to want to do to wear some animal intestines?
Yo, but I'm just saying,
you know how
imagine
much
like,
you had to want a motherfucker.
I wonder like, did they go to this, we getting way or something. But imagine you going to the store and you're like, damn, do I want the sheep? Do I want the pig? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's
Shit,
going on?
I heard this store
My man said that lion shit.
Yeah, that
fire.
lion,
A nigga went to the store and bought chitlins for they dick.
Yo, chitlin condoms is crazy.
Chitlin condoms, yo, that's insane.
But the
Not
kids,
this thing.
oh yeah, hell yeah.
Tell me, that's what I'm trying to say to you. Do you know how much you had to have wanted that sex
Yeah.
to do that, yo? Like,
I mean, that's probably most things they got invented.
Yeah,
though.
just get pregnant.
just get
like I remember.
I mean, the purpose of sex then, or
Was
behind us,
to
was to
procreate.
Yeah, procreate, yeah. Cause I remember somebody posted like, you know how fed up a nigga had to be to invent soap? Like,
I'm sick of
You stink.
damn.
Hey, yo.
think about that. Like,
Nah, that's real.
like a nigga one day he's like, you know what? I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired of this shit. Literally.
But yeah, to get back to your point, yeah, I think a lot of relationships are weird these days. I don't know. I think a lot of conversations don't happen. I don't know. I just feel like millennials been fucked all around the board. We make most educated. We don't make good money.
Most educated least paid.
I think we had a lot of expectations of life, and especially with relationships and love.
They
Always.
sold us dreams, bro. They sold us all types of expectations.
Well, I
And
also
on top of that, nobody really said that life was gonna be like this.
That's true.
Nah.
But I do think, like, from childhood, I think women and men are, like, kind of nurtured to think a certain way. Like, I think most women, you know, you got the Disney movies, the fall in love shit. So I think a lot of women see that and think that that's what's supposed to happen. And with men, you know, depending on what kind of household you raised in, for the most part, for me, it was sports, cars. You know, I remember, like, my father watched the show. He gonna kill me for this. I remember ninth grade, right?
I would kill him every episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he brings it up. He, like, when I go see him, he'll bring it up. So, like, ninth grade, I was in love and shit, right? Girl broke my heart. So I go to my father. I'm like, man, what am I going to do? It was like, boy, shut the fuck up. Focus on them books. And you going to dibble and dabble on a lot of more coochie. So get out my face.
Yeah.
But I'm like, damn, like.
Yeah, fuck your family.
Yeah.
Fuck their heartache, nigga. Like, you know, he's telling you some real life shit from
Yeah,
his
he was.
perspective. You know, but it was real.
For me,
But he doesn't understand the nurturing part that he needed.
yeah, for me, it was like, I used to watch a lot of,
Porn.
sometimes. I had a phase.
We all did.
Yeah, I had a
I used
phase.
to go in my father's closet and go in that little black
Booty
bag.
Talks Volume 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
That little black bag he had in the back of the closet.
Yeah, 17. They went to 17. Them shits was.
Booty Talks had a hell of a
I don't think.
My father's favorite shit was
They
black,
probably still
black
make
booty.
Talk.
I don't even think motherfucking Fast and Furious can keep up with them motherfuckers.
Got more
But,
Booty Talk for the family. Yeah.
Damn, I lost my train.
said ninth grade. Father said, you know, shut the
My
fuck
heart
up.
was broken.
Yeah.
My heart
So it was like, for me, it was like, oh, I said, I was really into, you know, my father was doing his bid. You know, I was with my grandparents, and we used to watch a lot of Huxtables,
Yeah.
Seventh Heaven. And that's how I thought my life was going to be. Like, I was that kind of kid that, like,
Yeah.
I'm not having sex till I'm married. You know what I'm saying? So, it was like,
Yeah, that was like that. Both my parents was home, and I grew up in a barbershop, so I knew way too much, way too early. But you know, I think with men and women, like we're you know, taught to grow up, get a job, pay bills, take care of home. Where women are taught to nurture, balance the bills, and keep us happy in a sense. You know what I mean? It's like
I don't even like women to talk that.
I'm
you grew up in a two-parent home? Did your mother try to teach you how to cater to a man?
not cater to a man, but in a
But be
sense
a
of
wife.
run
Let's say that.
a household. Run a household, make sure that shit stay afloat. Not your household, but make sure that the household stays afloat. And we're taught to go out, make the money, pay the bills, bring home the bacon, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my question to her is though, because I think there was an era where women were nurturing their daughters to be wives, and I think along the lines,
I don't think nobody in this room grew up in that era.
No, I know that. I'm just saying. I don't know if that even happens
Anymore? Hell no.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
I'm raising my daughter gonna be president, nigga. Like my daughter gonna grow up to run some of a lot of shit. Like
And that's a good thing. I'm not knocking it, but I'm just saying. I think the problem is when you are a child and you see how life is supposed to go a certain way, or you think life is
supposed to go a certain way,
and then when you step into that, like for me, I can't deal with no weak women. Like I grew up around nothing but strong women that knew how to be submissive to their husbands, but at the same time,
stand on business
on their own. Like my grandma would beat somebody up. I was shocked.
Yeah.
It was like, I was like, "Grandma, why are you hitting people?" Like that bitch. But you know what I'm saying? I can't tolerate no kind of weakness. I can be empathetic, but I can like that weak shit. I can't really.
I feel you. I mean,
I don't want to be with nobody that is.
Yeah, because your mother, like I swear to God, when I met your mother, like she would fit right in with my family. She would fit right in with my family.
My mother not letting shit slide. She been like that since day one.
I mean, nothing.
She ain't that.
My mother's the same way, but she's so short and sweet that you don't know it until you see it.
Like Reese you done told me that, and it's hard for me to believe
because you know my mother. Bro, I done seen my mother jump out at the red light and beat a bitch up. And got back in the car like it didn't happen.
If you meet Reese mom, or
seriously, my mother's 5 feet tall, half Puerto Rican.
Sweet as pie.
Sweet as pie.
That's the
Puerto Rican. As soon as you said that, half Puerto Rican.
She was adopted. She didn't grow up in that culture.
True.
All right, but it's in the blood.
It's in her.
If you play with my mother, money or her children, all right, she would be tolerable. You see, she nodding her head. She'd be tolerable by a lot of shit. All right, you play with her money or her children in any way, shape, fashion, and form, shit's off. And I mean,
can you sit up so you can be in the frame?
My sister got carjacked. My sister lived in Memphis, Tennessee. Somebody carjacked her at a gas station, broad daylight. My mother rode around with the joint on her, looking for the nigga. Like, and I'm not making this up.
Now, mind you,
mom rode around. I'm like, Mom, what you doing? I'm out here looking for this Audi. Like, Mom, the insurance company already paid that shit off.
This is the same lady that I'm at Reese's house. I'm leaving out to go to work. I'm at Reese's house. I'm like, all right, Mom, have a good day. She's like, have a great day at work. I was like, huh?
Yeah, that's her. That's her.
Thank you. She came to the door. She was in the kitchen doing something completely else. I yelled from the living room, all right, Mom, leaving. I'm about to go to work. She came to the door. Have a great day. I said, you know what?
Yeah.
She gets it.
But that and she wasn't raised like that. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't raise my sister like that.
Right.
So, but certain things it be kind of innate, but in certain things it be cultural.
I want to ask her this because my best friend told me this before. Because I know, and I mentioned this before in a different episode. I said. I remember we was talking about how like the difference between men and women, and I was saying like I didn't pay my first bill till I was like 18, whereas though my best friend had paid her first bill at 8. It wasn't her bill, but she learned how to pay bills early on, and I feel like women are more prepared for life than what most men are, like sons are in general. Do you feel like that was your experience growing up? Like, did you? How many siblings do you have?
I have 2 sisters.
Okay, so it's all girls.
Yeah, and my family's from the islands also. So that's
where you fall at in your sisters?
I'm
the
oldest. I'm the oldest, yeah.
Lord, me too.
You can tell I'm the oldest?
No, we can tell you.
Oh, from the islands?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't.
We can't.
Until you said.
I mean, I'm older, so it's like.
He said we like we all knew. I'm like, we can't?
I thought she was from West Baltimore.
Reese, you got that one. I definitely did.
Over the
Like,
East. Oh my God, you
Nah,
got to go.
I never gave you that bag. He was black.
Look, I'm not gonna put you out my house, but
You know T from over East.
T is from East.
Oh shit.
Like she from the trenches.
See with the bullshit.
Listen, I've known T
Trenches
for some
is
time, so
over
I've gotten
you.
used to T being from over East.
What part of over East you from?
Okay,
Yeah.
Both of y'all from the
But
trenches.
you cool
My
though. It's
grandma
fine.
from Lock Raven in 31st.
See, but
Yeah.
you said at
Grandma
18 though,
was
right?
from
Like,
Homestead.
but my
Well, hold on, let
mother.
her answer that. Let her answer. 'Cause
No, no, so like my first,
yeah,
I was just telling my sister.
She learned.
And my sister was having some. My sister is 5 years younger than me.
Okay.
Shout out to my sister.
Shout out, sis.
She was telling me how, like, you know, my mom was telling her she needs to start paying something. It's like paying for some bill, whatever. And I was telling her, like, I'm the oldest daughter. When you're the oldest daughter and you're from the islands, it's like a whole nother traumatizing experience. I'm not gonna lie. And when I turned 14, it was Christmas Day, and I was like, oh, you know, they're ready to open up the gifts. It was like 2 or 3 things. And mom was like, you got a job now. Like, you know, all them other things that you got when you was 13 is over.
Oh wow.
So like
14?
from then,
That's tough.
that's how I was. My mind had just been programmed. Like I got this one on my own at 14.
You got a job? She made you a job?
Yeah,
Where you work
I worked at the Manor House Soup Kitchen off
Wow.
of 20.
But see, that's part of their island culture, though. They serious about that.
So you know about you've been grinding for a long time.
What are you?
Jamaican and Bahamian.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, you've been grinding for a long time. I ain't get my first. Well, I got my first job when I was 15 and a half.
I ain't get my first job since I was 18.
Yeah, I've been working a long ass time.
Yeah, I got my first job when I was
My first
15.
job was 16.
I was working at McDonald's.
Mine was a bit
That was my
earlier,
first
though.
job.
I actually
working at
never worked at a
Chick-fil-A.
fast food restaurant.
Yeah, that was
I refuse.
my
I
only.
refuse.
No.
I was 15 and a
I used to
half.
watch
Like
the
that was
commercials.
like customary to work at a fast food place at that time. Like who the fuck is hiring
I
me?
definitely almost got fired like my first week there though, but
Yeah,
I mean, just to be thrown in the fire like that is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Like, but it be like that. Like my parents, like once I started working, like my mother, my mother used to go up to my job and go pick my paycheck up
For you.
for me, and will put into her account and give me a certain dollar amount. Like I had the whole basement was my bedroom at the house that we had. She would take a portion of my check and put it towards bills, and she'd give me the remainder of my check. You know how hurtful it is to go to your job on payday, like you're ready to pick up my check, and they
So you didn't even know she was doing it?
no,
Oh, that's
until I
crazy.
figured it out. And then
that's
she like, like you work now, you're gonna contribute to the household. Like I had both my parents in the house, but it's like, you're gonna contribute. You work, and I got 2 younger sisters.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't old enough to work, but like my mother I've been paying bills.
Do you think that's a cultural thing or a financial thing? Because I find that people who have money don't treat.
Nah, it's
cultural.
I think it's cultural.
cultural as hell.
Like, cause both of my parents, like, they had money. Not saying that they broke now, but they had money. They didn't need my little change that I was getting, my little $500 and something or whatever. They didn't need it, but they was like, nigga.
You was making $500 back in 1970.
hey, it wasn't.
Hey, yo. 1970 was insane.
You know you want to laugh.
I'm not amused.
You are.
I'm 40 now, and I don't play like a lot of games and shit.
You're mature.
I told you earlier.
I don't play a lot of games now. But like they've been doing that shit since forever. Like with my parents, like my dad thing was every time you get paid, buy yourself something, and the rest say, stack your money. My mother was
That shit can be dangerous though.
My mother was like,
My
pay
shit
your
is-
bills on time. Like had my first cell phone in my name at 18. Like my mother took me to go get my little T-Mobile phone, all that shit. But like they've always been heavy on handle your business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's always been a thing.
So that was my parents. They didn't want help with household shit, but they was like, no, pay for your shit.
Yeah,
You
get
know what I'm saying?
buy
Like,
your shit.
I got my license when I was 15 in South Carolina. I had a car before I had my license.
I did too.
So it was, hey, no, pay for your own gas. You going out with your friends, make sure you
100%.
got enough money for your shit.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, 'cause they never wanted money. Even when I moved back to Baltimore and I was working, like my senior year in high school, I had 2 jobs in Ricerstown Road Plaza. I used to work at Subway and at the video game store across the hall from it. I would go
Oh,
to
I'll
my
probably
job.
bring it to you.
Not just
You
taking
might
off the shirt and just walking over there.
In literal sense, that's what I would do. I would take off my shirt and walk across the hall. All right, I did part-time. My mother, when I got paid, I gave her my paychecks, and she would give me, she would cash my checks for me, essentially. She would deposit them in her own account, but she would give me the money for them, right away. And she would keep $100. And in my mind, she was just keeping it for whatever. But when I moved out and went to college, she gave me all my money back.
My mother did that when I got my first apartment. All that money, and it's crazy. After all that money, I used to get mad all the time. She made me pay. She bought my mother bought my first car.
Right.
Well, actually, she gave me her car and was like, "Listen, I'm gonna pay the car note. You pay the insurance for the car." So I'm like, "All right, okay, cool, whatever." She took that money, then a couple of extra dollars. Then when I turned 18, I moved out. And I went to go get my first apartment. Security deposit was blah, blah, so on and so forth. She gave me back all my bread. She said, "Hey, this all the money I've been saving for you." Because she knew her son. Like, yeah, I'll blow that check the same day. You know what I'm saying? So she was taking the money from me, helping me. So when it came down for my security deposit, getting furniture, furnishing my apartment, I had the money.
Nigga, I worked in the mall at the video game store. You talking about blowing your check? Nigga, my check was spent before I got it.
Yeah,
It's like I owed my boss money.
Remember when we had the shop beside the Owens Mills Mall?
Absolutely.
Nigga, that barbershop money never left that mall. I was downstairs at Macy's and DTLR. I might have left home with $20 at best.
I couldn't imagine.
I spent all my money in that mall.
All right, so let's move on to T. What is your let's be honest? Come on, T, you on the spot. Why your eyes get big like that?
Stomp your big boot.
My fault.
First of all, you skip me.
That's
Nah, man.
We just going.
Go.
Okay, we'll go to break because T just.
I ain't say mine, but it's
I actually got two of them, but I wrote them down because I was going to forget. Let's be honest. Most people like the idea of being with you and don't actually want to be with you.
What you mean?
Like some people.
They like the idea of being
Yeah,
with
they like the. I know exactly what you mean. Like
I don't.
yeah,
That's
like,
why-
all right. So like in a sense of like they like the illusion of being with
what it looks like being with
what
you.
it looks like being with you.
Yeah, it's like
really, their heart is somewhere else.
Like if you on the gram and shit, flexing and all this shit, it's like, oh, he probably a good person. You know, they come up with whatever type of delusion that you feel what I'm saying.
I got you. I took that a completely different way. I thought
What
she
did
was
you
saying like, oh, they trying to fuck, but they don't really want a relationship.
I mean, that's
That's a part of it. Though.
yeah, that's a part of it.
Yeah. They want to reap the benefits of what you can give them, but they actually don't want to commit to the responsibility of a relationship.
Oh yeah.
Who? But that's true because like when you see somebody on the net and you create whatever
On the internet.
That.
the,
What is that?
hey, listen, they in their 40s now, so they don't know. They don't know nothing.
But I'm
about
old though.
that. The net?
No,
The net.
I know what the net is. I've heard that shit since '87.
When you see people on the net,
This shit wasn't invented until '93, so that's impossible.
That's
yeah,
part.
you see niggas on the net,
part.
on the net.
You wasn't born. How old are you?
Yeesh.
None of your business. Yeah.
I know. Look, I tried to allude that early to get her to volunteer it, but she didn't. So I let it go.
I'm not old
how old
anyway,
you
so
are.
my
I
sisters.
guess.
I
34.
thought 27.
I was gonna say yeah, between 25 and 27.
I said 27.
I'm 28.
Okay, I was.
Yeah.
I just spit.
That's crazy.
That's
You know
crazy.
him.
But it's your maturity though.
Oh,
It's your maturity and it's your tone.
I assumed that you knew him, so I assumed that.
She asked to come on one.
Oh, okay, well then, my fault. I apologize. I wasn't saying you look old and nothing like that.
He was saying
That's
that.
That the fuck if I
exactly what he
was?
Call him ball. Just call him ball.
I've been that. Since 25. Nah, I didn't know how old you was, but I assumed that you knew Tony. Why am I explaining myself and I didn't mean it like that?
I've been trying to figure it out.
Nobody said anything to you.
I was gonna listen to
She
you.
was like, taking it
But
back.
the second part is 50% of men and women don't know how to have a platonic relationship after sex is involved.
What? Of course not. What the fuck? Once I get the draws, I'm gonna feel like I can always get the draws.
If we fucking, I think I can always fuck. Like that's just.
Yeah.
Is that
Y'all
not
can't be platonic
universal?
friends. If someone
No.
say, hey, this is all I want, and we can still be cool, y'all can't follow that?
Well, no, that's
That's
a different.
different.
Yeah, that's
That's what I'm
That's a
saying.
different thing.
Oh,
Sex
okay.
still fuck.
Yeah.
Like, if
that's what I'm
we saying that
saying.
up front,
Technically, that
no,
is
if we
platonic.
saying up front, all this is sex, and there's nothing else.
But there's
then that's
that other 50 that be like, oh, I don't like you talking to other niggas or other females. Oh, I don't like you going out with other females.
So this is my
They don't know how to keep it playing.
hold on, but this
On
is
male
my
or
this is
female
my
side.
this is my theory on that. I think once men like to chase, no matter what, we're natural hunters. We like to chase. Most men like to chase.
fair.
For some men, once that aspect of it is gone, right? Either they do one or two things. They either become insecure about the situation, want to know what you're doing, or they lose interest. It's one of the two, right? I'm either going to lose interest, or now that I'm not chasing you no more, you are my prize. So now, if you saying like again, if the conversation was like, yeah, we just fucking.
Yeah, y'all
right?
set the boundary. You setting the boundary.
All right, so I'm not chasing you, but now
I would never agree to that.
I feel like you're mine.
Yeah, I would never agree to that because I know
mean,
me. It's like, yeah.
I don't know.
Because
Look,
then when somebody want to stay the night, you like, no, you have to go home.
No, you're mine. No, why am I leaving?
You already set the boundary. No feelings, no spending the night, no brunches, no dates, no
it don't
nothing.
matter. It don't matter.
if all of that shit is set up front, then nigga go home.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but
That's what I'm
see,
saying.
But like,
I
you know,
just said,
most niggas don't know. Like, if
But I wouldn't set myself up for that.
That
I would
part.
never agree to that,
That
because
part. See, that-
I
that goes
know
back
it
to
might be a
talking about
night
people
that
that
I
know
want to
who
stay
they
the
are.
night, so I'm not even gonna agree to that.
So,
you're not
I'm
gonna,
gonna say
you're not
that
gonna
you're
fuck me and
just
then send me
logically
packing on
more
my
than
way and go
others.
home. Get the fuck out of here. I'm staying the night, girl. I'm tired.
yeah,
Give me a sandwich.
especially if you got a comfortable bed.
Yeah,
Nigga,
bitch, I'm
especially,
staying.
yeah, everything.
I just wax that ass and I'm
Like,
lazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay here for a
Yeah.
while. I ain't getting up wiping my joint off and,
Right.
and getting out the door. Fuck outta here.
Leaving out here at 2 in the morning and shit.
Yeah, like a hoe. Like a hoe. So,
I'm sorry.
Sit somewhere with your sneakers in your hand, with your Jordans in your hand. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that boundary have been set, and it is
Yeah,
like,
that's for people that agree to that shit. You know they're not gonna always, actually
I feel
follow
like some
through.
people don't know what they
But I'm
really
not
want.
gonna sign up for
They
that
just
shit.
Yeah, nah. If you can't handle that shit, don't agree.
Yeah,
with
I know I can.
Like, that's-
I'm emotional as fuck at times.
That's like I said
no,
earlier
I'm not
about
doing that
knowing
shit.
who
Fuck
you
out
are.
of
You
here.
gotta know
Girl,
who you
I like
are.
you.
If you can't handle that shit, then don't agree to that.
And I'm not.
And two, if you become a place of peace for a nigga, that's another thing that'll fuck it up too.
Yeah.
Because if
Don't be my piece.
right, don't let me come over here and you done cook and you done did all this other shit and you done rubbed my back and
Rub
shit.
my bald head and shit.
Right.
And then some leave at 2 in the
Right.
morning.
Yeah.
You got me
Like,
fucked up.
yeah, like,
I can tell you right now, nigga, I ain't go home for 3 weeks.
Right.
What you talking?
You wonder why I'm confused.
Yeah. You ain't rubbing my motherfucking back while
Talking
I'm
about I
laying
can
there.
rule the world and shit.
Yeah. The
Like,
fuck
all your
I
dreams
ain't-
gonna come true.
Yeah, I'm staying.
You a good man.
Yeah.
He's
I
a
believe
good
in
man.
you.
You already understood
That's the one.
Listen, you already understood this is my chick.
What?
It's already understood that this is my chick.
Right.
Like, nah,
I'm doing weird shit like leaving the sock here and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, nah, I'm not sign. But I wouldn't sign up for that shit because I don't like it.
We're gonna come right back. We getting the time check. We'll be right back.
Fire.
Started. He started.